Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Janda, and this is my playthrough of Rule the Waves 3 as the United States. So far in the campaign, we've begun building up our navy. A couple of years have gone by, we've completed our first ships designed by us, and we've now provoked Spain into a war that we're not yet entirely prepared for, and we're going to have to try to conquer the Caribbean somewhat against the odds. That started a war. Huzzah! This isn't military interference in politics or anything. However, we did just start a war with Spain. Okay. Well, I've already made my dispositions, really. All my ships are down in the Caribbean now, I believe. Yeah. How this works is it just generates battles based on what ships are in the same, strategic areas. And interesting, Spain's whole fleet is in the north and not in the Mediterranean. That's kind of odd. Well, Italy has a much heavier fleet than Austria-Hungary, huh? So, I mean, we're targeting the Caribbean. We're going to try to take Cuba, Puerto Rico, and very specifically Guantanamo Bay. Southeast Asia, I just don't trust our armored cruisers against theirs. If I can get superiority clearly over here and whittle their fleet down, then maybe I can spare a Pittsburgh to go and try and take, Guam. What's this? The rest of the Marianas, the Carolines, Philippines, obviously. But I can't spare it right now, so we're just gonna have to focus on the Mediterranean first. I mean, they have your official start of war report. They have 4 battleships to our 4. Theirs are all 10,000 tons. Ours, 2 of them are good and 2 of them are bad. We have 6 armored cruisers to their 4. However, as you can see from the tonnage, because of our New Yorks, ours are actually a lot lighter than theirs on average. They do have 1 that's identical to our New York, but the rest of theirs are better. We have 2 light cruisers. They have 7. That's an issue. However, only the Navarra class out of theirs are actually as good as ours, so hopefully it'll be okay. And 3 and 6 on these, but I'm not too worried about any of these. They're all theirs and mine. They're both basically colonial gunboats. Maybe we should have built more, but I don't feel like they're going to be that helpful in any actual war, so. Oh, we do have to have ships on trade protection, though. I forgot. Okay, well, yeah, so these corvettes will go on trade protection. Plus, probably, well, first of all, we should build 2 more of these, just in a hurry. And we'll put them on trade protection when they're ready. In the meantime, probably these 2 New Yorks that are sort of spare will have to go on trade protection. Maybe technically the Chicagos would be better at it, but I want them for actual fighting purposes, honestly, so. I mean, we only have 6 ships in the fighting fleet, really. I can't spare 2 of them. Close to mastering. Well, that's better than nothing. Okay, I feel like the submarine activity summary is going to be a little redundant in 1892, but I guess it doesn't go away. There are no raiders. Nothing whatsoever has happened in trade warfare. Gotcha. Steel shortages. Come on, we're the United States. How do we have steel shortages? Did they move their fleet? No, all their battleships are still over there. That's good. They've moved a lot of light cruisers over here. That's fine. Can I? Yes, I can set invasion targets. This is the only way. We only get territories either from peace treaties at the end of wars or by setting them as invasion targets. Puerto Rico is the logical first. Oh my god, our invasion range is not long enough to reach Puerto Rico. Or Guam, really? How? Surely we've got ports within 400 nautical miles of Cuba. Okay, we can set Cuba as our invasion target. That's something. Does it? Yeah. Alright, we're going to invade Cuba. Oh, alright, our first battle. It's fleet-sized. That's probably good, because we have battleships in the area, and they don't, as far as I know. Okay, so we've generated in our 2 new armored cruisers. Okay, it's all cruisers, but we've got all 4 of our cruisers that are in the area. We are due north of Cuba, south of the Bahamas. Interesting, we have facilities on the Florida Keys. So all we can really do initially is progress time. These controls at the top all look a little complicated. This is basically all just changes to the UI. I do like to have these 3 things on. I mean, technically radar range, but we don't have any radar. That I'm less concerned about. That I'll show. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, so this circle's our sight range. This circle is our gun range. These circles are our torpedo range. We've spotted something. We're going to basically steam towards that something at our best rate of speed, which is 21 knots. 22 for the lights, but it doesn't really matter. We should be... Okay, I'm seeing at least 5, make that 6 ships, so that's a little concerning. And allegedly, one of them is a battleship, but that's probably a lie. However, I do see 7 ships, so that's a little concerning for sure. Okay. These are more positive IDs now. We've got a Navarra, a Galicia, which that I'm not worried about. And Emperador Carlos V, which 4 7-inch, 8 6-inch, 4-inch belt is not much inferior to our Pittsburghs, but a little bit. If there's really 7 Spanish cruisers, that's going to be an issue. I don't really want to close range with that many. Yeah, and that's their biggest one too, isn't it? Yep. Okay, we're going to try to... We can't really fight them head on and win, so we're going to try to steam across their stern and take some pot shots. And that's the first shots of the war fired. Yeah, it would be much preferable to catch them a little more, a single ship action or some more isolated cruisers we could fight, but against 7 Spanish cruisers, that's... Oh, it's about to be nighttime. Well, that's probably gonna... You guys aren't in the right formation, are you? No, they're in the screen formation. They need to be in line ahead real quick. My bad. And we've taken a hit. I don't think we've inflicted any either. This is when it will be too dark to fight, so it's not going to be very long, but I don't know if we even want to keep fighting until then. Okay. We're trading some hits. Only 2 of them have really gotten close to us, and it's the 2 big ones. That's acceptable to me. If we scored a lot of hits on them, that would... Ships can't necessarily take a whole lot of damage in this era. They just let us cross their T a little bit, too, so that's something. As you can see, it's sort of turn-based real time. I don't know. It pauses every minute, but you can make it stop doing that. I don't really like to, because you have to do a lot of maneuvering, and it runs really fast. And now it's really dark. Okay. I'm going to turn and steam through them, but in all probability, we very well could miss making contact with them. It's... No, there's one. I'm going to turn back around again, if only because our ships haven't taken any significant damage, but... Okay, you two just merged, but that's fine. If, in the night, we could isolate any one or two of their ships and destroy... Nope. Okay. They're all right here still. Oh, wow. We just landed a lot of hits on that Castilla-class cruiser there. That might actually be enough. That no, it's still moving very fast. We didn't do that much, but might be worth trying to chase her. Fortunately, you don't really have to worry about collisions between your own ships. Probably because the graphics aren't that precise, but oh, wait. We've spotted somebody. I thought maybe we'd lost them completely, but it could be that we damaged that cruiser enough to slow her down. In which case, even at night, we might be able to... Well, is this maximum night? It is, yeah. Even at night, we might be able to run her down and sink her if we've damaged her a lot. If not, probably just going to be indecisive. Which a lot of battles are in the early game, especially, you know, there's no radar. If night comes around, it's almost impossible to continue combat effectively, which I think is going to be the case here, because I don't know where that cruiser went at all. And now we need to clean grates because we've been steaming fast for too long, so we're going to just cut to cruising speed and cruise back towards Florida. On account of I have no idea where any of the Spaniards are anymore. I think it's well, we did land some good hits on that one cruiser right before we lost contact, but it's probably probably quite unlikely that we actually did enough damage to sink her. So we're just going to turn it up to faster game speed and let ourselves head for Miami. Yeah. Yeah, no significant damage to either side, really. We get a very slight win because of inflicting more damage. They did have 7 cruisers there, which is a little much. Yeah, the if you hit ship details here, the amount of detail you can see in terms of damage is pretty phenomenal, actually. I mean, this is... I wouldn't really consider it cheating because there's nothing important you can get out of it, but you can view the logs, even of enemy ships, and see exactly how many hits they actually took. We got one 8-inch shell hit on this Emperador Carlos V, but not anything worth noting. This one, we did hit 8 times, but it wasn't even close to enough to sink, yeah. We caused rudder damage, apparently. That might be why we were able to follow her for a little while. But yeah, no major damage in any ships, really. And then you just have to hit the end button. Docks. Oh, Harvey armor. That's good for any future ships. I don't think it retroactively goes on to new ships. Or old ships, but it's sort of invisible. We are just going to keep building docks because we need them very badly in order to stop building all our battleships abroad. We are losing a lot of money per month, but I'm just going to put up with it. If we can't anymore, then I will probably pause this Pittsburgh first. Yeah. Maybe even the Oklahoma. Well, but she's so close to being finished. So yeah, probably pulls the Pittsburgh first. The war could easily be over by the time she's finished. Okay, we've generated another battle. This is a small cruiser action. Were our light cruisers too damaged to take part or what? Well, hopefully this will be a single ship action or something, in which case I have some confidence. And it is... Is this... I think this is both Pittsburgh and Huntington, and they've just... Yeah, they're on top of each other. Okay. Okay, we have Pittsburgh and Huntington. If the Spanish only have 2 ships, they should be able to take on any 2 ships the Spanish have. Have in this okay, they have at least 3. 4. See, that's troublesome. I mean, it's just the reality of us being outnumbered, outgunned by Spain at this point, but I don't have to love it. It's 0817. Okay, it is... Oh, no, it's not. It's... I don't actually know what that means. Maybe that refers to the time zone, but it's 1714. No, that's the time zone. UTC minus... or GMT minus 5. I don't know what the 08's for. Oh, maybe just the day. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's evening, which means we're probably, again, not going to get a proper battle in. But we will try, because I think we have a fighting chance, at least. I mean, if it was just Emperador Carlos V and Infanta Maria Teresa, it would be about even. These 2 light cruisers really tilted against us, but it's a lot about lucky shots in this very early era anyway, so we do need to make sure all our guns bear. I'm going to keep closing the range in hopes that we can get something. If we do take damage, we can probably just run into the darkness, so I'm not going to be too worried about it. Okay, I'm noticing us taking more damage than them so far. Don't love that. Okay, that's... those are all 3-inch gun hits, though, so that's not great. Okay, how close are we? We are... It tells you the distance down here from whatever you have selected to where your mouse is. 1,600 yards. You know, the funny thing is, I believe gun data will tell me that we have to be within 2,000 yards to penetrate 4 inches of armor, which is what most of them have. So this is actually about the range we have to be at to have an effective engagement in 1892. Okay. That's a lot of hits. We took 3 hits. We gave 3 hits. We took 4 hits. Okay, this is actually kind of... Well... Oh, we've lost the bridge of Huntington. That's not good. Oh, wait, but one of them is turning away? Why? And why are we still taking more hits if one of them turned away? Okay. This has kind of gone badly. Yeah, Pittsburgh is taking pretty significant damage. Huntington is less, but the loss of her bridge... Oh, it is night, too. We just need to break off if we want to break off. Which I think we need to break off, to be honest, unfortunately. I doubt that they will chase us effectively. What, now we're going to land 8-inch hits with regularity? Okay. Well, oh, God, Huntington is trying to get back into line. That is dumb. And she's taking rudder damage. She's circling. That's unsafe, unhealthy. We need to go back for her, I think, and maybe we can dodge a little in the darkness. What? Oh my God, did Pittsburgh also take rudder damage? Sure did. This has been a problematic battle. I mean, I probably should have known better than to even try a 2v4 fight, but I figured that we would have a fighting chance at least, but this is kind of bad. Well, neither of our ships is anywhere near taking actually, like, sinking damage, so they may very well not even find us again in the night. I'm just going to head... they went east, didn't they? I'm going to head west. That's probably going to be a loss, though, unless they took more damage than I think they did. But probably not a very successful engagement. We have to get them into either like a single ship engagement would probably be all right. Something where we have even odds, because those two light cruisers of theirs make this a pretty uneven fight, really. They're not going to find us again now. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, they dealt a lot more damage than we did. Unfortunately, Pittsburgh took pretty significant. Well, how many times? Yeah, we really didn't do any damage worth mentioning to either of their ships, and Pittsburgh actually pretty shot up. So that's a real bit of misfortune. Was it all from... I mean, it was mainly from their two big ships, actually, so that's doubly unfortunate. Fortunately, all of that will pretty much be fixed within about a month, so... Yeah, I've noticed. What do I have available? Do I have anything that can reinforce? Not really. Oof, 2 months before the Pittsburghs are ready again, too. Both of them. That's an issue. Although I noticed they haven't even tried to send their battleships over here. Anywhere. They're all just hanging out there still. Have they done anything in the Pacific? No. However, actually invading their stuff in the Pacific is way beyond our invasion range, but we could try... how long till construction's finished? A while. I think we just have to slug it out in the... wait, funds. Yep. I think we just have to slug it out in the Caribbean and hope that things turn around for us. We do have 3 Chicago's building. I'll pause one of them. Another cruiser action. Ooh, I hate to decline, but we don't have either of our Pittsburghs available. I'm going to have to decline. Enemy coastal raid. Well, if we get our battleships, that we can fight. So, let's see. Oh, it is high wind and rain. And all we got is Chicago and Columbia. That's not our battleships. They're not hanging around anywhere secretly, are they? That happens sometimes. No, looks like it's all merchants and auto-generated patrol boats. So it's pretty much just these two. Coastal raids can be really long battles, too. In which we just don't find anything. We're basically just going to cruise off the coast of Florida here and wait for them to show up. And if they show up in such a way that we can actually fight them, we will. But it's... oh, shit. Where is the land target? Hold up. Reports are all gone. Okay. Is this their objective over here? Alright. We're gonna head that way and see if we find anything worth shooting. Because I think they're bombarding this target here. 1B course, that's definitely incorrect information. But it does probably mean they're on the coast here. However, our sighting range is bad. Oh, they're bombarding here. Okay. That's good to know. We will head that way, but our sighting range is really, really poor at the moment. It's like less than our gunnery range. And it's not even night. It's 1 p.m., 1300, but they're still over here somewhere, but it's just going to be a hell of a time trying to see them. Oh, crikey. Found one. Well, this is a Navara class, which is basically 22 knots, 10.6, 8.2. I'm pretty sure it's literally the same pre-generated design that we're using, so 2 of us, 1 of it is just fine. Oh, back to normal, please. Just fine, assuming they don't have anything else around, and that we're not crashing into the coast. And he's run off. Well, we're going to try to chase him, but, I mean, good luck with that in what appears to be, it's heavy rain now and a gale, so... And allegedly there's more cruisers over there. Oh, something is still bombarding this installation. Okay, we're going to need to investigate that real quick. If it's a bunch of heavy cruisers, or armored cruisers, we're going to have an issue, though. Yeah, turn. Sorry, cruisers. Have they gone into this bay? They probably have, like the report just said. Oh, found one again. God, visibility is bad. We are, again, going to try to chase that guy. I suspect it is the same guy as before. There he is, probably. Oh. Okay, whoever that is stuck on the coast, so we're going to shoot at him. Okay, that's their heavy cruisers. We need to not be here, really. Yeah, I hate to not be aggressive, but, I mean... If it was us 2 versus 1 heavy cruiser, maybe, but... They've definitely got more ships. Visibility is really bad. I think we just have to retire to Pensacola. And, you know, ask our battleships where the hell they are. It's not going well so far this war, but I have some faith that it will still turn around. I can't turn game speed up any further while we're still getting bombarded, I think. And we're still getting constant reports of stuff. They're still sitting over there. They haven't actually destroyed the land target, but we'll see in the after-action report. I feel like there's at least 2 armored cruisers and probably more over there, and we don't really have... Sometimes this can be good. Give it another 5 years if we had a gaggle of destroyers. Then, even if it was a much superior force, I would run that gaggle of destroyers into them in the middle of this storm and hope to get some torpedo hits that would cripple them, but We don't really have any weapons that would even the odds. It's just sheer dumb luck if maybe we could cripple one of them, but all we have is our guns, and they have more guns, so... This little parenthesis here is how long the mission is supposed to last, so... Or, like, the maximum for the mission, so... Once we get to 1,000, they should... fuck off, finally. That's definitely the course they were taking, Mr. Man who writes the reports. Definitely the course they were taking. Yep. I have no doubt that if I chase them, I will find them in mid-Mississippi by now. Yeah, they sank a land. Interestingly, although they won because they destroyed their bombardment target, we actually did some sort of significant damage to Emperador Carlos V, apparently. Not from hits. I suspect they suffered a lot of flooding because of the weather. Yeah. It doesn't actually... I don't see a lot of the flooding increase due to heavy weather or speed messages, but I suspect that has something to do with it. Still another loss. That's pretty much 3 actions in a row that we've... Oh my god, lose a prestige. It wasn't that major. Good grief. I'm not calling it a battle either. I'll call it a bombardment of Mobile Bay, and that's embarrassing enough. Well, that's something. Yeah, the weather was rather unfavorable, wasn't it? And they have a raider in the Caribbean now. Okay. The Spanish-American War not going as smoothly as it did in the real world. Of course, that was after 5 more years of American buildup. We're gonna need probably... It could be a year before we have enough cruisers to start turning the tide significantly. Or, in another month when the Pittsburghs are ready, we could get good luck at pretty much any time and win a major battle, but... A fleet cruiser battle is just such a bad idea. Not without the Pittsburghs available. Oh, great, an unexpected fleet cruiser battle. We're probably just going to have to run away. Unless, the Spanish only actually have, 2 cruisers. Oh my god, we just have Chicago. Well. And they have a minimum of 2-3 ships, which means we just have to immediately run. There's no possible way that Chicago beats 3 of their ships, 4 of their ships on her own. 5 of their ships on her own. Yeah. Poor little Chicago. My home city, or, well, suburbs, but this is not... It's not looking too good for her. I mean, I think maybe she'll be okay because I don't think they're faster than us, but pretty much just have to get to Tampa before they get in gun range. If we suffer any sort of mechanical fault or anything right now, that's pretty much just -1 cruiser because this is a hopeless battle. There's at least 4 cruisers back there. Maybe 5, I thought I saw, but it doesn't make a difference. They're only 20,000 yards away, too. Fortunately, this is 1893, and gun ranges are like 3,000 yards, so... Okay, we've lost them. Ish. They might still be chasing us, but they're not close. Take it down a knot and hope that our engines don't explode. I think I just saw stokers are exhausted several times, but we're just going to have to accept that. I don't really dare slow down to... Well, now we could probably slow to cruising speed. I think there's a good chance they've turned around by now, but... Yeah. Yeah, they had 2 heavy cruisers, or 2 armored cruisers, 3 protected cruisers. That's too many cruisers for my single cruiser. Thanks. Dire war situation. Calm down. Sound them out for the need terms. We will fight on, excuse me. Oh. The Mediterranean. The Italians have lost very badly. They've lost the armored cruiser Marco Polo and the protected cruisers Clio, Terpsichore, and Giovanni Bossan, and they've sunk nothing in return. So that's and we've lost 3 merchant ships to Navarra in the Caribbean. Tell me we have Pittsburgh and Huntington back. We do. Good. These are good crews, and you know what? 5 months, we'll have gunnery and damage control training. 7 months, and we'll have another Chicago class. And 3 months, and we'll have Montana. The battleships will, at the minimum, help with our margin of superiority in the Caribbean. If we could draw their cruisers into an engagement against our battleships, that would be nice. But that hasn't come up at all so far. Oh, we are preparing to invade Cuba. Thanks for watching, sailors. I hope you enjoyed the video. New parts should be up daily, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.